Welcome to yet another episode of Applied Salesforce. Here we shall look at intermediate level requirements. It's going to be a series. Let's look at the requirement provided by Kali, VP of Sales at upquotient.com, a career builder, transformer, and an amplifier company. He has entrusted you, an enterprising Salesforce administrator, to implement an intuitive way to allow sales agents to quickly email all contacts linked to a account. And he has also asked you to do this with the help of a button from account detail page. So you have an account, the detail page of that specific account, a button which click it, all the contacts related to the specific account should receive the email. Okay, the fantastic requirement. And I've created the flow, tested the flow. So I shall walk you through the essential configuration and that you could replicate. So let's dive in. So this is an auto launch flow because this flow gets triggered at the click of a button from the account record page, detail page. And the first thing to look at is how am I going to receive the account row ID, the account ID, once you get the account ID into the flow. So there should be an input variable that receives the row ID of the account. So that's the first thing that we need to configure. And as far as the flow is concerned, you could see the record ID. So this is input variable, and the API name has to be record ID ditto. Okay, so the case, it is case sensitive and it has to be this one. And what it does is inherently the Salesforce, let's say the flow engine, the flow framework injects the row ID, in this case the row ID of the account, into this variable. And you could see that available for input and the type is text. Okay, so these are key configuration here. And once this is done, we can move on. Assume that you have received the row ID of the account. So the next step is to look for contacts belonging to that particular account. So you need two things here to filter criteria, the condition. One is the contacts account ID should match with the incoming ID of the account. That's the first one. And you need to look for contacts with valid email IDs. The email ID should be populated. So that should be configured in this step. So you can see that you're searching on contact and the email ID is null is false because you need contacts with email ID. That's the one you're filtering out. And the account ID should match with the incoming ID of the account. And you are collecting all the contacts, and you have a resource related contacts. So you could see that here. Related contacts, it's a record collection variable, and you are interested in only these two fields. One is the first name of the contact and the email ID of the contact, because you will be using this later on. Okay, and the next step is to check if any contacts available to email. So it's a decision element here, and you're checking the collection, related contacts collection. So if you have at least a contact, the related contacts collection is going to be is not null. So you're saying is null is false here. So it means that if the control takes this traverses to this branch, then there is at least a contact with a valid email, and you are looking at the collection. So you're looping over the collection, so one after the other contacts, and you're using the email action here. Okay, so send email action, and you have to configure this. When you configure, so you have used the email subject text template and the email body text template, so we will see that. And we have used the rich text format, so the rich text formatted body is set to true. And the recipient id comes from the loop element. So for each recipient id, so the contact id is the row id of the specific contact, and you wanted to log the email. So it means that when you look at the contacts activity, you would see the whatever email was sent, that would be logged. So these are the essential configuration as far as send email action is concerned. And we'll look at the text template. So text template is a very seamless way where you can define reusable elements. Okay, the reusable content. So let's look at the text template configurations. One is the body. Let's edit this. So API name, and this is the body. So for each of the contacts, you are pulling the name, the first name from each of the contact within the loop, and you are drafting the body. So since you have already set the template to be rich text, you can use all sorts of formatting. You can have images there, and the merge fields. So these are the merge fields. So you typically click here to figure out the merge field from the loops collection. You click this arrow, you get those fields. Okay, and the organization name again, you could pull this out from running org, right? So you click this arrow, you find the name within it. And similarly for the subject as well. Okay, so let's say the subject. Okay, so the text template for the subject, that's that completes the the send action. And you typically will add the fault path. You click here, you already have added the fault path, so you could see delete fault path. But if you had not done that before, you could see add fault path, add that. And this would be handy specifically when you are working on a developer edition org, where the number of times you could invoke send email is very limited. And when you hit the limits, you could see the error, the exception getting logged into a custom object. So what I've done is, you've created a custom object called error log with some specific fields as you wish. You can have, the error message, and some sort of, the name of the artifact, and the user, the running user, etc. And yeah, so running user, etc. And you push all of these details into the error log object fields. You get it from the running flow interview, the current date, fault message, username, from the running user, global variable, and any of the fields that you think will be helpful, you can add those. Okay, and this sums up our flow. And the second set of configuration that you need to do is to ensure that the button is configured. For that, you have to navigate to the account, navigate to object manager, look at the account, click on button, links and actions, and click on a new button or link. So I've done that, and you could see the configuration. She'll walk you through email contacts. This is the button that I created. Drill down and probably could edit this. And meanwhile, let me also, yeah, so okay, description, and this is important. You could see the selection detail page button, because the requirement states that you place a button inside of the record page or detail page of account. And the content source is going to be URL. Okay, and you could see this format, the URL format. I'll explain you. So the first thing is the flow URL. So you can navigate to the flows. Let's say this is the flow that we just created, email all related contacts. And you click down on this drop down and click view details and versions. Once you do that, you can look for the URL. This is the flow URL. Okay. And you copy this and paste it here. And beyond that, you realize that record ID, that's the input field. You could see the input field that we created. What's that? Yeah, it's here. Yeah, so record ID. So this is marked for input. You remember that? So that's the one here. Okay, so record ID, and this is the merge field. Okay, so there you get it from here. Insert merge field. So this is account.id is the row ID of the account in context. So if you are here, let's say on UPQBDJ upquotient.com account, and you have the button configured, email contacts, it means that this one, right? So the row ID you have here until this point. So this is what you get. Okay. Yeah. So that's the row ID. Is it automatically gets fed? Okay. It's a merge field. So you get that here. Search for ID. You get that here. And once the email is sent, I wanted the control to navigate to the account. Okay, navigate to the account. So you stay in the same page here. So the slash determines the the relative URL. So if you look here, let's say from this point. Okay. So from this point, and when you navigate, you could see. Okay, so lightning and this. You could see just this. Okay, so slash, and so any account record you let's say you drill down on any account record, you could say that slash of this, okay, slash of the ID would take you to that specific account. Okay, we use by default though. Okay, so that's exactly what we are simulating, slash of the row ID of the account. So it's going to stay in the same page. Okay, so once the button is configured, we have email contacts button. You need to navigate to the page layout because you need to place the button. And account layout is by default what you see. And any other page layout is active. You can also plug the button inside of that layout as well. So as far as Lightning is concerned, navigate to mobile Lightning actions and look for email. Okay, email contacts. You could see this already been plugged into this area, email contacts, Salesforce mobile and Lightning experience actions. Okay, so once this is done, once this is configured, you would when you drill down on a specific account, Let's say we'll pick UPQ, and you could see, okay, or let's with account with some valid email, maybe upquotient.com. Yeah, we have Priya Das and Muller. So Priya Dash has the valid email here. I can We can check using Priya Das. Okay. I've clicked the button here, email contacts. So let's do that now. So I don't have anything yet. So let's do that. Yeah. I'm going to click email contacts. So let's see it comes back again to the um, account detail page, and let's see if an email arrives or not. And once it arrives, we should also be able to check the formatting, because you remember the body, the text template body was, we have used the rich text format. So let's wait, uh, maybe refresh and see if it has arrived. Yes, you could see this. Dear Priya, okay. Dear Priya, we are indeed excited to have you. You have been a valuable and sweet customer. Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you. Accountexec@quotient.com, that's the org name. Okay, so that's uh, the end of this episode. Uh, and I thank you for watching this. Stay tuned for more. Bye bye.